2016 Second 9 Weeks Mini Courses. Mini Course Directions. Select your top 5 choices, with number 1 being your first choice. Any mini course that has an asterisk next to it must be your first choice, and you may only select one mini course with an asterisk. Don't forget to put your full name and advisory and teacher on your paper. Read and listen to the descriptions carefully. You could be placed in any of your choices. 2D or not 2D? 2D or not 2D? That is the question. Join this course to express your artistic talent and to become familiar with the world of 2D art. We will learn the basics of composition, the techniques involved in using pencil, charcoal, and pastel, art history, and most importantly, we will complete many fun and creative in-class painting projects. If you love to draw, then this course is definitely for you. 1939, Once Upon a Year. Once upon a time in Hollywood, there was a year where, like the whirl of a tornado, more classic films were produced in a 12-month period than any other year. The year 1939 is often regarded as one of the greatest movie years of all time. The iconic movie The Wizard of Oz landed on the screen, turning the movie world topsy-turvy like Dorothy's house and inspiring great minds like Tim Burton. Find out yourself what makes the 1939 batch of movies so captivating as we compare them to the movies of today. Research what will happening and trending in 1939. We'll create a blog, website, and GIFs for movies lovers. Stroll down the yellow brick road with Dorothy, ride a stagecoach with John Wayne, meet the child stars of the day, Julie Garland and Mickey Rooney. So grab your popcorn as we enjoy all the magic and beauty in amazing Technicolor. There's no place like home, and there's no movie year like 1939. Aquatics Alive. Under the sea, under the sea. Is it better down there where it's wetter? Could the seaweed be greener in somebody else's lake? Join us as we dive into the study of aquatic organisms. From playful plankton to bodacious benthos, examine amazing adaptations of aquatic animals as related to their habitats and ecosystems. Observe how the structure of organisms relates to their function in the undersea realm. Analyze how cycles, changes, and geological phenomenon affect the lives of our floating friends. Your critical thinking and scientific problem-solving skills will develop informed decisions that may keep dashing dolphins dancing. Definitely don't delay. Designate Aquatics Alive. There will be a $10 field trip fee for this field trip. Conlangers Unite. A conlanger is someone who creates or constructs languages, or conlangs. Perhaps you've wondered what involved in inventing a new language. Languages of Elvish from The Lord of the Rings, Klingon from Star Trek, or even Parseltongue from Harry Potter have tickled our curiosity for many years. Join this class to embark on our insider's tour through the construction of invented languages in books, TVs, and movies, and create your own unique language. Not yap while Hulk Klingon for one language is never enough. Escape the room. Agent X, you only have 30 minutes to find the key and escape the room before time expires. Welcome to the intense world of escape rooms. You and your teammates will puzzle your way through all sorts of unique brain teasers and trivia to find the solutions buried in the simple-looking scenarios. Locks, word games, keys, and riddles will all lead you toward your goal of escape. Inductive and deductive reasoning abilities are a must for this course. But watch out for those red herrings. They can really throw you for a loop. After we expand our knowledge of puzzles, visit Escape Room Houston and speak to one of its founding members. We will create and run our own mini escape rooms right here at League City. So all of you organizers, coordinators, explorers, supporters, and executors, come and help your team escape the room before time runs out. No repeaters. $25 fee for field trip. Fantastical fan fiction. Calling all writers, readers, and creative thinkers. In this course, we will utilize creating writing skills to rewrite famous stories, poems, plays, and even television shows. If you have ever thought to yourself, I could have done that way better, or the ending would be so much better if this were that way, then now is the time for you to put pen to paper, or in this day, fingertips to keyboard, and prove it. First Peoples. You think the only people who are the people who look and think like you. But if you walk the footsteps of a stranger, you'll learn things you never knew. Colors of the Wind. Long before the arrival of Europeans, native peoples lived in North, Central, and South America. These first peoples contained many distinct cultures, each with its own languages, histories, laws, and territories. Become part of the tribe and step into the world of Native Americans. We will try to really understand who they are playing their games, creating their toys, and even sampling some of their foods. We'll listen to the Native American music, try their dances, and hear their cultural stories. So join us as we go on an adventure in this amazing world. Hieroglyphics to calligraphy. The ancient art of writing and penmanship is intricately woven into the history of our world and our languages. From hieroglyphics in Chinese characters to italic writing and hand-blocked letters, you will learn the art form that comes from your written word. Come prepared to practice your handwriting and hand lettering and to create amazing written works of art. $5 requested to cover the art supply fees. Introduction to movie making. Students will become familiar with using a digital video camcorder, the Adobe Premiere Elements editing program, video production process, and editing techniques. Students will learn to creatively use this form of visual communication and personal expression to speak to others, to communicate the students' values or ideas, and to construct persuasive visions of reality. Students will learn to plan a video using the thematic approach, storyboards, shot sheets, etc. Students will learn how to complete a final video edit and produce a DVD. Students will produce a video that will visually express their ideas, values, or consideration. No repeaters. It all started with a mouse. Magical moments don't just happen at Disney World. Teams of imaginers work tirelessly to create fantastical words that ignite our fantasies. Step into the world of innovations as class investigates Disney careers, products, engineering, and parks. Using your creativity and imagination, you will experience the joy of building a new portion of the Disney empire. I hope that we don't lose sight of one thing, that it was all started by a mouse, Walt Disney. LCI arrangements. In this interactive mini-course, students will learn to write and play a holiday or modern arrangements with a small ensemble. We will be used to the software program Finale, write music by hand, and use instruments to write the arrangements. Throughout the 9 weeks, we will practice our arrangements, work on presenting a professional program, and at the end of the mini-course, we will perform a short recital. Important note. Students need to know how to read music and play their instrument in different keys. Students are encouraged to and may have to furnish their own instrument. We only have 8 school guitars, so bringing your own instrument is highly encouraged. Mathematical Minds. This 9-week mini-course is designed to give you the opportunity to build the foundations of intermediate math that will carry you with you for the rest of the math career. Its curriculum has specifically engineered for gifted students who are in need of a smaller environment and math foundations at a slower pace. Additionally, the workshop is fully integrated with technology to motivate and interest today's technically savvy students. Important note, students have been pre-selected and will be automatically enrolled in this class. Slump it, fuse it. Warm glass is cool. Be a part of today's fastest growing trend in art glass. Learn the fundamental techniques required for fused glass art. Glass compatibility, firing schedules, cold work, and other important topics will be covered. Students will create at least 3 glass projects and experience several different types of firings. Students will be taught the operation of kilns and the use of other basic tools necessary for the production and finishing of glass art. This class will give you a foundation and technical aspects of fusing glass. Due to the small size of the class, no repeats are allowed. No repeaters. Class limited to 15. Project supply fee $20. Special effects that go POW. Theatrical and video productions live and breathe through the use of special effects. In this mini-course, we will work with stage makeup, give yourself cuts, black eyes, and gray hair, stage combat, fight, and mask making. We will analyze movies and their use of technological special effects in order to create scenes that are not just possible in everyday life. We will also study a variety of cultures and their use of special effects to create theatrical productions. $20 fee for a basic makeup kit. Stealing. Amon, de one played to steal, get into de aerial sound, swim the Caribbean, find your Trinidadian groove, learn the history of the steel pan and its newer oil drum counterpart. It'll be 55 gallons of fun. How are they made? How are they tuned? How are they played? Be a part of the steel drum ensemble. Members of this ensemble have been pre-selected and will automatically enrolled in this class. Stringy Thingies. Do you know what those stringy thingies are called? You know, when you take a wooden board, draw the outline of a shape on it, hammer some nails along the outline, and fill in the shape with some colored string? Oh yeah, it's called string art. It's such a simple concept, but it's derived from pretty complex mathematical equations and pictures called spirographs. In this mini course, you will get to create some unique and personal string art of your own. You will need a hammer, so safety rules will be enforced. Join us and let's make some stringy thingies. That's for the birds. Come take a bird's eye view of the extreme sport of birding. In this course, we will learn about bird anatomy and physiology, and we will also identify our feathered friends by their calls. Do you know which bird likes to tell you that they're having a pretty, pretty, pretty? Remember, you have to be quick because once you spot them, they will be gone. Come with us on Friday field trips during our mini course and have time to explore our native birds in their own habitats. We will enjoy birds from their own backyard to the coastline. This course is BUOB, so bring your own binoculars to join us and take flight into the world of birds, and you may just become an official, wild, and crazy birder. Women who rock. You've heard of Adele, Beyonce, Katy Perry, Taylor Swift, and others, but what about Aretha Franklin, Nina Simone, Billie Holiday, and Barbra Streisand, just to name a few? Have you ever listened to music on your iPad, iPhone, or watched them on YouTube and wonder where did that song come from? Did they create it themselves? What was their inspiration? Did they collaborate with someone? Travel back in time to the beginning of rock and roll and see how women changed the scene of music industry and influenced pop culture today. You will also learn how many of these women gave their time and talent to bring attention to multiple groups, such as civil rights, animal shelters, etc., and explore their backgrounds, thoughts, dreams, style, and influence as they marked their place in history and music forever.
Now it is your time to choose your courses. Remember to select 5 with your number 1 as your top choice.